I was so surprised when I found out some of these Hermès Sale pieces that I got for 50% off are currently still on their website for full price. Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'll be sharing with you the new in pieces for my wardrobe that I added in the last few months. I have not done one of these haul videos in so long, so some of these pieces I've had for months by this point, but since I've been really enjoying them, I wanted to show you everything that I've been shopping for that I haven't shown you yet. So I've got some pieces from the Hermes private sale, which I went to a couple of weeks ago. I've also got some pieces that I picked up from Celine, and I finally got myself a pair of Adidas Sambas, which I've really been loving. So it's a little bit of a mix of everything, and I wanted to start this haul by showing you two new bags and some clothes from Fabrique. Fabrique has been one of my favorite brands to shop clothes and bags from in the recent months. In case you're not familiar with Fabrique, they are a collective brand collaborating with over 350 of the world's top designers who has some credible resume working with the most premium designer brands like Hermes, Louis Vuitton and Dior. So basically you get to experience the designer quality and styles at really accessible price points. This portion of the video is in collaboration with Fabrique, which I'm really excited about because I do believe that they offer something truly unique. For example, the two new bags that I'm about to show you are designed by Valeria Masai, who used to be Bottega Veneta women's leather goods director, and she created some of the most iconic designs such as the cassette pillow bag and the pouch bag and the Daniel Lee. I believe she was at Bottega for over 10 years. She also worked at some other top designers like Miu Miu, Jill Sander, Christian Dior and Bulgari. So let's unbox the two new bags. The first one is in this massive box. You set the box down. Here we have it in its own dust bag. Out comes this beautiful tote bag called the Brera tote. I could just smell that beautiful leather smell as soon as I opened the box. It is so soft. This leather is premium Dutch calfskin leather, and I picked this delicious color called Mocha N10 and in the size large. I love how effortless this looks. It feels so relaxed, yet it holds enough structures. One of my very favorite features about this bag is how versatile it is. It can be worn in 6 different ways, so you're really getting value for your money. So you can wear it as a tote like this, you can tuck in the sides and completely change the silhouette of the bag if you want a more compact looking bag. This bag is also reversible, so you can turn it inside out, which the other side is in this beautiful soft suede. The suede is European grade A suede. There are 4 further ways you can style the bag, with the suede side as the exterior. You can have it as a larger tote on the front side, but then you can turn it around to the back side for a different facade with the pocket, and 2 further styles with the sides tucked in. So it's like getting 6 different bags in a single purchase. And I love that the design of this bag is inspired by Milan's historic artistic district called Brera, hence the name Brera bag. It can fit up to a 15-inch MacBook Air, so I know I'm going to be able to fit my laptop as well as a lot of my other chunkier items in this generous sized tote. Also love this cute bag charm that comes with the bag with the mirror inside. The bag comes with the removable shoulder padding for that extra comfort. So I feel like something like this is perfect to use as a work bag as well as a weekend getaway bag, errand running bag. It is a really usable bag for so many occasions in life. And then my second new bag is in this white box. I'm actually especially excited about this one as well because it reminds me of a bag that I was quite interested in about a year ago from Louis Vuitton, but the price point was just way too high. So as soon as I saw this one, I thought this will be the perfect alternative and much better price point. Let's open this bag up together. Introducing the Duomo bag in the size medium in this color called Amber. I believe this bag comes in 2 different sizes and this is a larger out of the 2. I just wanted something that had more of a larger bag statement in this sort of a style. I just think it is so cool. I believe it also comes in 2 different colors, but this tan brown color is exactly the colorway that I wanted. So it is the low-key hobo that I was low-key obsessed about last year from LV, but that bag retailed for over 6,000 Australian dollars, and I thought, I really don't think I want to spend that kind of money on that bag. And then when I saw this at a fraction of that cost, I immediately jumped on this bag, and I am so glad I did because this leather again is really luxurious. This bag is actually made out of multiple thin layers of Italian Napa leather that are pressed together instead of using just a single leather layer, which makes it lightweight yet durable. This one is apparently actually inspired by Milan's Gothic cathedral spires, hence the name Duomo bag. I love the architectural clean lines. You can also see with every design feature authentic Italian craftsmanship, from precise hand stitching to leather covered magnetic closures. This bag is also so versatile and easy to transition from work to casual. I love how simple the design is, just with a back pocket on the outside and a slip pocket on the inside. It's so practical with amazing capacity. This one actually fits up to a 13-inch laptop. I also love that it stands so well when you put it down on the floor. And you can wear this bag in a few different ways as well, because the shoulder strap is really adjustable with multiple haul settings. So you can wear it as a shorter bag, or you can make it longer to wear it as a longer shorter bag or a crossbody bag even. I also wanted to show you some new clothing pieces that I picked up from Fabrique, starting from the sweater top I'm wearing in this beautiful soft pastel pink color. This is called the Sally Pink handcrafted sweater. This is in Angora and mohair. The material feels really soft. The fit is so nice. I absolutely love these hand crocheted camellias. They make this piece so unique. This one is designed by Giuseppe Fanelli, who is based in Milan. He is a former senior designer at MSGM and Diesel, and now Coca's creative director. I love that it is a little bit sheer. It is really just effortless sophistication, and it is perfect for this transitional time. I picked up another great transitional piece, which is this cool jacket called the Cottenham jacket. This is in faux suede in this rich chocolatey brown color. I really love how velvety the faux suede texture is. I love that this one has some vintage vibes, but also really street cool. This has a relaxed fit again with oversized sleeves. This one is designed by Sinha and Stanek. They are a British duo from London, well known for their award-winning work at McQueen. And their pieces are adored by fashion icons like Beyonce and Kate Moss. The craftsmanship is amazing on this jacket. It has this stylish pointed collar, which adds a sharp and modern touch. It is cropped in length and it has dropped shoulders. The zipper detail is really sleek in the silver. It also features these pleated cuffs. So another one that I've been wearing so much. Next one is this pretty pastel blue set called the Paz Blue embroidered top and shorts in silk linen blend. It's one of my favorite textures in summer clothing because it is luxurious, stylish, and just so comfortable to wear. This set is designed by Isabella Giovanni, who is a former Zimmermann and Dior couture designer. She specializes in romantic, luxurious beaded embroidery and prints. I love every detail about this set, from the material, this embroidery detail, and the balloon sleeves, this beautiful soft blue color. By the way, it also comes in a beautiful pink color. All of the details are just so immaculate, right down to these fabric covered buttons. And this micro crepe texture is so good in that it is breathable, comfortable, but it still gives me that enough structure. I love that you can wear it as a set or separately, which makes them so versatile. And the hidden pockets on the shorts are a bonus. So this Paz set is one that I'm absolutely excited to start wearing a lot for our upcoming summer. The final piece I got from Fabrique is this beautiful pleated dress called Celeste sleeveless dress in this deep, elegant navy color. It is a maxi dress in pleated satin, which is such an elegant material. I especially love the gold metal buckle clasp around the waist, which gives me a feminine shape and it creates a slimming effect. And the pleats that you see here are done by this technique called pressure pleat craftsmanship. Creates irregular pleating, which creates an interesting and sculptural texture, and the material has an elastic finish, which makes the dress really comfortable to wear. This one is designed by Jamie Cockrell, who is a former Kenzo senior women's wear designer, and he has collaborated with Kanye West from London Fashion Week debut. I can see myself wearing these for the end of year Christmas parties, New Year's parties. So yeah, another piece that I'm really looking forward to getting a lot of wear out of soon. So I've got all my clothing pieces in the size small. One of my other favorite things about Fabrique is that they only produce their styles in a limited amount. So it's like each of their pieces are limited edition, which makes each piece really unique, and it really minimizes the chance of you running into someone wearing the same outfit. The only downside to that would be that some of their styles sell out really fast. So if you see a style that you love, it is best to act fast, otherwise it might completely sell out and never come back in stock. Fabrique also kindly provided some discount codes for you guys, which I'll leave on screen as well as in the description section below. I really have no doubt that you will really find Fabrique's pieces interesting and really worth checking out. So I'm gonna leave links to all of the pieces that I showed you. Thank you so much, Fabrique, for working with me in this portion of today's video, and thank you guys for always making these collaborations possible. All right, next let's move on to my Hermès Sale purchases, which, as you guys might be already familiar, they just put everything in these white basic bags at the Hermès sales. As I mentioned briefly, I couldn't believe that some of these pieces that I picked up at like over 50% off are still retailing for the full price on the Hermès official website. And I believe you can also find some of these pieces in boutiques as well. So I thought I got really good deals here. So if you guys are attending the Hermès sale at any point, this will be something to keep in mind. Anyway, starting with the first item, I picked up these beautiful wool sweater with these H patterns. This is in the color Etoupe/Gris, I believe. This is one of the staples that Hermès does. If you guys are familiar with my wardrobe, I already own this in the color cream, which is one of my go-to in spring, winter, and autumn. At the time that I purchased the ivory color, at full price, mind you, I was really tossing up between this and the ivory, but at the full price, I really couldn't justify getting two of the same design. So I followed my heart and got the ivory because that is the color that had my heart. But I knew that this color would be more practical. When I saw this one at the sale just a couple of weeks ago, I was like, oh my goodness, this is that one that I really wanted when I bought the ivory one. And at half price, I thought this is just a must. So this one I believe currently retails for $2,135 Australian on their website, but I got it for $1,040, which is actually even better than half price because I feel like this was marked down 50% from a previous price before one of their recent price increases, I guess. So this is why I mentioned this was more than half off. And it is a classic design that Hermès does season after season. So if you can find something like this from their sale, I say definitely really worth going for one. I believe they had a couple other colors there, but as I mentioned, I already had tried this color and I really loved it, so I just had to pick it up. Even though I wear my ivory one so much, there are days that I feel a little hesitant when I'm heading out with my toddler, for example, because I know that I can easily get my clothes dirty. This will be a great alternative on those days because it is going to be a much easier maintenance color. It's much darker, so I don't have to worry so much about getting it dirty or stained. So yeah, I am so glad I jumped at it. By the way, for most Hermès ready-to-wear, I usually get a size 36. So this one is a size 36 as well. So yeah, that is the first item I got from the sale. The second item I got from the sale is another sweater, but this one is 100% cashmere in the color black. This one is called the Cashmere H Lift long sleeve sweater. You can see that design at the front. This is another one that still retails for the full price on their website and possibly in their boutiques as well at 2,350 Australian dollars, which I think would be a little too much for me to spend on a singular sweater, even though it is full cashmere, and Hermès cashmere is really amazing quality. But when I saw this at more than 50% off again, I paid 1,145 Australian dollars at the sale. I thought this is really a good chance to get something like this because one, it is a timeless classic design. Two, it is not too loud. The logo is there, but it's really subtle. You really can't see it from afar, but you can see the logo and the detail up close. I do love how subtle that is. Also, it's a really nice fit. Really comfortable. I was actually a little hesitant on getting both sweaters because I thought, do I really need to buy two sweaters from Hermès? But hubby pointed something out. He said some of the cashmere sweaters like this that we see from some other brands that are not Hermès, so the more sort of contemporary designer brands, they still retail for anywhere between like 500 and 1,000 Australian dollars from David Jones, which is one of our department stores here in Australia. So he said this is definitely worth it for Hermès quality and design. So he strongly suggested that I get the both of them while we can get them half price. So yeah, this is another one that is going to be such a great wardrobe staple for all of the cooler seasons and trans-seasonal months as well. This will be a great layering piece because it is quite fitted and black just goes with everything. So yeah, I am so glad that I spotted these two sweaters that I could have otherwise bought for full price. Actually, I didn't even realize that these were still full price on their website. I just wanted to see what current styles are available now after purchasing those, and I was just so surprised that these pieces are still selling for full price on their website. So I really wanted to share that little piece of information with you. The next piece I purchased from the Hermès Sale is this gorgeous 100% cashmere cardigan in one of my favorite colorways. This is in the oatmeal sort of beige color. This kind of color just goes with everything in my wardrobe, so it is my kind of color. It is one of those really easygoing cardigans that you can just throw on over anything really. I love the big pockets. It really adds a bit of a, you know, youthful style to a possibly boring grandma sort of style, to be honest. This one I don't think is a current style. I couldn't find this on the Hermes website currently, but they do have very similar styles like this at really high prices actually. So even though it was a lot of money for a pretty basic cardigan, I thought this is something that I'm going to wear season after season, year after year. It is a more classic silhouette. So after hesitating for a little while because it was quite pricey, which I'll leave the price on screen, and this was the sale price. Again, hubby is a bit of an enabler. He was just telling me you can just even wear it over all my Uniqlo sets that are like my go-to uniforms on a day-to-day basis. It is 100% cashmere, so it will keep me really warm, so I don't always have to wear my uncomfortable sort of puffer jackets. If I want something that is a little more flexible, that is going to be easier to move around in, especially again being a mum to a toddler, you do really value comfort in your clothes. I mean, puffer jackets are great for winter playgrounds, but they are not the most comfortable to move around in. So since I picked this up a couple of weeks ago, we had a few cool days here in Sydney towards the end of our winter, which had just gone past. We're really getting a little warmer in weather now. I already wore this quite a few times and I've just been really loving it. So they were all the ready-to-wear pieces that I picked up from the sale. The next item is, I think, another great category of items to look for at an Hermès sale, because these really are classic in style. They always do some form of this type of item every season because the design is pretty basic. So what I'm talking about is the more plain cashmere scarves. As you can see, I picked up 3 of them. One for myself, one for my mum, and one for my mother-in-law. We just love finding gifts like this at the sale because we can gift our loved ones some really amazing quality items without having to spend the full price. The thing is, these types of cashmere scarves are just so classic and timeless. There's not much to them. It's just the premium quality and color that we're really paying for. All of these are slightly different in color, but I'll show you this one as an example. This is in this beautiful camel brown color. It just has the very subtle Hermes branding there. It's just got the frayed edges, and it's just otherwise a long rectangular scarf, which you can wear as a neck scarf, or I believe it's wide enough for you to wear it as a shawl over your shoulder. Something like this is just so usable and practical during the winter months. So even though we are heading into the warmer months, these are just classy. You can just wear them year after year. I'm gonna give them the first dibs on the colors, and I'll just keep the one that neither of them wants. So I also picked up this oatmeal color as well as this darker brown color. They're all basically the same design, but this one is a little bit different in that it is reversible. So you've got the more darker brown color on that side and more of a lighter beige on this side. This one is actually called a recto verso on the receipt, so I believe it is designed to be reversible. These sorts of items without the fancy prints where, you know, sometimes the prints can date you back to a specific season, but these are so plain in design that, you know, they're pretty timeless. So we're so happy that we got to find some items for our mums as well. And then hubby, of course, scored some goodies for himself as well, which are in these dust bags, and these are the dust bags that I used for the thumbnail because I wanted to show you guys in the thumbnail that I got some things from Hermes, and these were the only dust bags that we got. If you are familiar with Hermes, you'll already be able to tell what kind of items they are. So he got a couple of pairs of shoes. Up until last year, Hermès Sale shoes still came in the orange boxes, but this year we noticed that they only gave us dust bags, which is completely fine because, you know what, the boxes just take up so much space, so we end up just throwing them out. And sometimes I feel so bad for throwing the boxes out because they're such nice boxes. But anyway, so the first pair he got is these white leather sneakers. I mean, I love how pristine this looks. It's like the tennis shoe style sneakers. Very simple. I love the gray and the black, the clean white laces, and that little Hermes branding on the side. I mean, he does have some white Hermes sneakers that he had for the last 5 years, but they really need a replacement because we've worn them everywhere, like including Europe, Korea, like everywhere. They've just been everywhere with us. We tried to clean them, but they're really hard to clean. So I told him this is a perfect chance for us to get a replacement for those. And you know, it's really time to let those go. There's really not another day in them. So yeah, that is the first pair he got. I wanted to get some shoes at half price as well, but you guys know the women's shoes always sell out so quickly. So by the time I went, which was only the second session on the first day of the sale, a lot of the pieces were already gone. So I didn't actually score any shoes, but hubby scored 2 pairs. And now this other pair is really cute. Look at this. Oh my goodness. This is actually a denim pair of sneakers. I don't know how I feel about this because I feel like they look a little bit maybe like childish, but hubby really likes denim shoes. He actually saw something similar to this in store a couple of years ago. Not exactly this pair, but a denim pair of sneakers, which he really liked, but they didn't have his size. So, you know, he was really sad about that. So when he saw a pair of denim sneakers and they had his size and he really liked these, he thought this was perfect. So I believe his shoes were pretty reasonably priced as well. So this one we got for $7.20 at 50% off, and the white sneakers, which are fully leather, were a little more pricey at $8.45, but I think anything under $1,000 for a designer pair of shoes is a win. And I know that these are going to be the types of shoes that he's going to get plenty of wear out of. So hubby scored some good deals as well. Moving on to a quick reveal of the Adidas Sambas that I picked up recently. I've had these for only maybe 3 or 4 weeks, but I've been wearing them a ton. I've been looking for a pair of Sambas that will work really well with my wardrobe and with my sort of color scheme. So this had been the pair that I've been eyeing for a little while, but I kind of wanted to get them on sale and Foot Locker was having 20% off. So I immediately added them to cart, click and collect, went and picked them up the next week. And these are the Sambas that I finally added, and I've just been really enjoying wearing them with everything. These are my new pair of Samba sneakers in the cream and black laces. And I love that the front is in the suede sort of oatmeal color. And I think that the reason why I wasn't so sure about this pair initially was because of the big contrast between the cream and the black. I thought it might be a little bit too much, but when I found out that there is another lace option, so they do come with these cream laces as well, I thought this is going to be perfect. I can change up the look whenever I want to. The reason why I've really been wanting a pair of Sambas is because I realized that all of the sneakers in my current collection are more chunky or more sporty in style, but I didn't have anything with a more dressed up look. So, you know, with the Sambas, I see a lot of girls wearing them even with dresses and skirts, and they look really cool. Whereas I didn't have a pair of sneakers that was slim and clean looking enough to do that. And you guys know that I basically stopped buying the really expensive designer sneakers because I do have a few pairs and I think they're enough. So yeah, I just feel like these Sambas elevate my outfits even more than some of my designer sneakers do. So really have been enjoying these. And if you're wondering, they run true to size. I got the US size 7, which is my usual size. And finally, let's get into some pieces that I got from Celine in the last few months. So I have 2 pieces to show you, and you've probably seen both of them at some point on my Instagram or YouTube shopping vlog. The first one is a ready-to-wear piece, my very first Celine ready-to-wear. Oh my goodness, this is so pretty. Some of you guys who watched that vlog might be able to tell what it is. Love the garment bag. Ta-da! I did in fact pick up this beautiful runway blouse with the sort of crepey material with this beautiful oversized bow at the front. Oh my goodness, I absolutely love this color, the silhouette, the material. everything about it. It is so elegant, timeless, but it makes a bit of a statement with this huge bow detail at the front. I actually bought this just before we went to Korea in May, so yes, it had been a few months since I picked it up, and I ended up wearing this to my brother-in-law's wedding, and I'll insert a photo of how I styled it. Oh my goodness, I loved pairing this one with those satin pants in that beautiful burgundy color. I did think about this purchase for a few weeks before I finally went to grab it, because I thought it is just a blouse with a big bow at the front. I'm sure I can find something similar to this at another brand at a lower price point. And I really couldn't find anything that looked as nice as this. So I thought, you know, it is a design that I will be able to style with different pants and skirts and create different looks with. And it is a pretty timeless design. I don't think something like this will really go out of fashion. It's just executed so beautifully. Love the button detail. You've got that Celine Triomphe logo there. So I am so glad that I ended up picking this one up. And the other item that I picked up months ago from Celine is actually this hat. I'm not sure if I posted stories or a shopping vlog on YouTube of me wearing this and trying this out, because I've been eyeing this since last year, especially in this color, because this is the type of color that will go with the majority of my closet. So I had been looking for a hat to wear for those days that I'm having a bad hair day, but I still want to look kind of cool when I'm heading out with my daughter, or if I'm just heading to the shops. So I checked out a few different brands and a few different styles. When I saw these, I really loved it. But again, I sat on this for a little while before I decided to get it, because I mean, it is a pretty expensive hat. If I got a hat from a different brand that is not necessarily a designer brand, like a popular Korean brand like Hermès, I mean, I could have gotten a hat for like less than $100. Obviously, this one cost quite a bit, but you know what? I just couldn't get this hat out of my head. I kept looking back at the photo that I took when I was trying this hat on last year, and so I ended up deciding to get it. I just love this color. It just is one of those neutrals that just is perfect for my wardrobe. You guys know that I do live in like workout gear most of the times, and this just looks really good with like a pair of leggings and a sports top. But it also looks really great with denim or a more sort of like dressed up look. So yeah, this is just something that I've been getting so much wear out of. By the way, I believe they make these in 3 different sizes. I got the middle size, which is the size medium. I feel like I could have gone for the size large as well, but when I tried them on, hubby definitely said that the medium looked better on me. So yeah, for reference, I feel like I have a pretty average head size for an Asian female. So yeah, I got the size medium. And I just absolutely love this color, and I'm so tempted to get another color in this hat, but it is a bit of an expensive hat to duplicate different colors in. So let me think about that. But yeah, one that has been worth every dollar just based on how much wear I've been getting from it. So these are all the pieces that are new to my wardrobe that I added in the last few months. Let me know which was your favorite piece. Thank you again to Fabrique for collaborating with me in a part of this video. I'll leave the discount codes on screen once again and leave the links to all of my pieces in the description section below. So if you guys liked any of the pieces that I showed you, do make sure you check them out. I hope you enjoyed this haul. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. As always, thank you so much for watching and spending some of your precious time with me today, and I can't wait to see you again soon in my next video. Bye guys!